So our starter was fed last evening, and you can see how good it looks. It's nice, and you can see lots of bubbles in it. That's exactly how it's supposed to look. And it started about here and it grew up to here. So what we're gonna do now is we're gonna take our bowl and our scale, we're gonna zero our scale out to grams, and we're gonna put in 300 grams of water. So just measure out. Oh, I put too much in there, so I'm just gonna scoop out a little bit so we get to 300. Yep, there it is. Okay, next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna take our starter, take a spatula, and we're going to measure out, we'll zero this out again. We're gonna measure out 100 grams of starter. And it should float nicely in the water, which it does, which is good. And then 100 exactly, perfect. So once we get that measured in, we're gonna take our flour and zero this out again. We're gonna measure 450 grams of flour. There's lots of ways to do sourdough. This is just the way that I learned and the way that I've continued to do it, and it works well for me. There's variations on pretty much every step, but I like how this one works. So 450 grams. Okay, so we've got our flour, and then we're gonna take our salt. And this is the kind of salt I use. It's a coarse salt. Works well. We're gonna measure 10 grams of salt. Go easy on it so they don't go over. Grams of salt. Okay, so once that's done, we've got all our ingredients in the bowl. We're going to take a mixing utensil. You can use really anything. This is a one that's designed for sourdough, but I don't think it's really necessary. Don't even use it for too long here. Gonna mix this up really good. Oh, and one thing to mention too is when you take the starter out of the jar, when that jar is empty, you've had overnight glass jar, whatever you use, make sure you fill it up with cold water pretty soon after. Otherwise, it is like flour and water makes a good glue. It's like cement. It's really hard to clean if you don't do that. So make sure to do that. Okay, so you see how this is kind of mixed in like this? And then we're just gonna take a scraper, scrape this off. And then the rest of this process, I will use the scraper for it. So we're just gonna go around the bowl, just get all the dry flour out the edges and mix it all in. Once that's all mixed in pretty good, and it really isn't really good because it's going to look pretty shaggy, which is the term for it. It's now called a shaggy dough. So that is what it's going to look like. It's not pretty, but you're going to set this aside. You're going to take a tea towel. You can dampen the tea towel or use a dry one. It doesn't matter. You can use plastic to cover it. So we're just going to cover that up, and we're going to leave it for 30 minutes until our next step.